Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of That's So Matthew. Today I have a super special guest here with me today. Say hi.
Hi.
And what's your name?
Anna.
And who are you to me?
I'm his sister.
That's right everyone, my sister Anna is officially back on the pod after about 1 year of not being here. I know she missed it so much and I'm just so thrilled to have her here with me today. What are we talking about today, Anna?
Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure.
Very exciting. I am so pumped. I love Sharpay. I love Ashley Tisdale. Love everything about her. I could not be more excited for today's episode. But before we get into it, do you have a fun fact you'd like to share with our listeners today?
No.
Yes, you do.
About what?
I don't know. I found what have you been collecting lately?
Oh, I've been collecting CDs.
Yeah, so that was a lot to get out of her, guys. If you guys could not tell, Anna is not super thrilled to be here. We are working together today because next week, aka the week before this is published, I will have got my wisdom teeth out, and I still have not recorded an episode for this, so I really needed to kind of get on that. So that's why we're here today, so willingly.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a really fun episode. So I always start all my episodes with a brief overview. So Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure is a 2011 direct-to-DVD musical romantic comedy. And it is a High School Musical spin-off, which stars Ashley Tisdale. And for anyone who's a regular pod listener, you guys know I love Ashley Tisdale. What do you think about Ashley Tisdale?
She's lovely. She just had a baby.
Yeah, period. Love that for her. And so in this movie, we get to look a little bit at Sharpay Evans' life after graduation and her attempts to get in a Broadway show.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Very interesting. And so it was released on Blu-ray and DVD on April 19th, 2011. We just celebrated 10 years of this movie, and it actually premiered on Disney Channel as a Disney Channel original movie on May 22nd, 2011. However, it is not technically a Disney Channel original movie. It is in that same group as Radio Rebel, which me and my sister also talked about last year during its peak meme season. So make sure to go check that out. Where can they listen to that, Anna?
Wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I don't think you can get it on Apple Music, but Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, so I've turned out pretty well for my spiel. It is the first and only Disney Channel original movie to be released on home media before being broadcast on Disney Channel. Fun fact. I love, first off, the aesthetic of this movie.
It's all pink.
It's all pink. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Sharpay, I love Sharpay, and I have literally changed my opinions on Sharpay so much since my High School Musical episode. I used to hate Sharpay for no reason, whatsoever.
Sharpay is me. In some ways.
What are you saying? Are you saying I'm Ryan? I'm Sharpay.
No.
So we are now going to argue for the next hour about who is Sharpay and who's Ryan. But this movie was written by Robert Horn, directed by Michael Lembeck, and stars Ashley Tisdale, Austin Butler, Cameron Goodman, Lauren Collins, Bradley Stephen Perry.
From Good Luck Charlie.
Did you have a crush on him?
Probably. I love that show.
That is a good show. As well as Austin Butler. Austin Butler sounds like a super familiar name. He was in the show Switched at Birth and was in episodes of Hannah Montana, iCarly, Drake and Josh, Ned's Declassified, Zeke and Luther,
oh my
Wizards
gosh,
of
he was
Waverly
in
Place.
iCarly? Love that.
Love that. The Arrow show. He has been in tons of stuff, so you probably recognize him. He played the love interest of Sharpay, and ironically, he was actually in a relationship with the actress Vanessa Hudgens for 9 years.
Wow.
So that's some tea right there. He's in a movie playing Ashley Tisdale's love interest, and he's in love with Vanessa Hudgens, and they break up after 9 years.
Wow.
Quite the scandal.
The Disney Channel love triangle now could never.
They could never. Also, they have a dog in this movie, which is literally the cutest.
I think that was her actual dog.
What?
She has, dogs like that. So I don't know if that was, her actual dog, but she has miniature Yorkies.
Let me see if I can find, any specific information about that. we will see. I can't find anything super great specifically working with that.
Like a dog, a teacup Maltipoo.
I love that. So this movie came into production in 2010, and Vanessa Hudgens almost made an appearance in this movie. However, she did not, due to she was too busy promoting the films and such. And however, there was a special guest appearance, which is Lucas Grabeel, who sings in this movie. Did you know that?
No.
He's the one who sings the baby song.
I knew it couldn't have been Bradley Stephen Perry. He was way too young for that.
He is too young for that. Like, another fun fact before we really get into it is that this movie was almost called High Stakes. Like, I feel
it doesn't fit the vibe.
It doesn't work. I literally wish that it had a better title, but High Stakes just wasn't it. But I also just wish that they would have done a High School Musical 4. Just gonna say it.
What would they have done?
I don't know, like college, like life. I think they should make it now, but I feel like it's not gonna happen. So
no,
my dreams are crushed. However, High School Musical 3
musical, the series,
will
you have that.
Okay, High School Musical, the musical, the series is good, but like, I need something from the original.
We have to watch the new episode.
Yeah, we also have to watch the new episode. This is recorded on Friday the 21st. You guys can now listen to my Stuck in the Suburbs episode with Allison and Bob. Go check it out. One of my fave episodes. Great people. Hilarious episode. You want to tune into that. So, first character that we're going to talk about today is Sharpay Evans. She is a drama queen.
We all know how I feel about Sharpay.
Well, spill it. Who is it? Like, how do you feel?
I love her. She definitely changed herself in this movie.
I liked her in this movie. Or did you not like her in this movie?
I liked her in the movie.
I loved her, the way that she was so determined, even though she was literally getting screwed over by that actress, Amber Lee Adams.
She just wanted to get her dog the part. She wanted her dog to be famous.
Yeah, and she also wanted to be famous, but the only way for her to get famous was to get her dog famous. So, her dad is being a little rude in this movie, and he's like, yeah, you can only move to New York if you can book.
You can be there for 1 month, and if you don't book, then you can't stay.
And so she needs to book her dog, but not her. In the end, spoiler alert, she does book the show, which is super exciting. I think.
Good. She, like, runs the show, basically. Like, she is the main character.
She's the star of the show in the end.
Yeah. Well, we just spoiled it now. But...
Well, whatever. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched the movie already, that's kind of your own fault. I hate to say it, girly. Or boy. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But like you guys know, I am not a spoiler-free podcast. This is nothing new. But yeah, Sharpay did not annoy me in this movie. Sometimes she does get a little annoying, but she's still like my fave in like all of them. Because I love villains, but Sharpay was never the villain. I've come to realize that she deserved the part in the first High School Musical movie.
I don't want to hear it.
But that's a conversation that the world is just not ready to have.
They changed the whole song. They changed the whole tempo of the song. They did not deserve it.
Lies.
Not lying.
Like, I truly have noticed that they deserved it. And anyone who disagrees with me is simply wrong.
I just disagreed with you.
Yeah, you're wrong. Just kidding. Up next, we have Austin Butler's character, Patron Leverett, who is an aspiring filmmaker, and he is very interesting in my opinion because he, like, I can't tell if he, like, in the beginning is trying to fall in love with Sharpay or, like, likes her, but he ends up pretty much falling in love with her, which is really cute, like, love story. He's like the transition character. Do we vibe with him? Like, what did you think?
We vibe with him.
That's all you have to say?
Yes, that's all I have to say.
I don't know. I really feel like he, like, had so much... I feel like there could have been more opportunity for him. Like, he was really, like, good at assisting her character in this transition and, like, trying to, like, get her in the way. But, like, the film, like, aspect just didn't do for me. Like, I feel like he should have been, like, an actor, too, maybe. Like, that would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, a little bit of a better love interest. He has some really cute moments in this movie. Like, the whole aesthetic of this movie is just adorable. I'm sorry. Like, there's no doubt about it.
I low-key ship them together.
I do too.
Ah.
They like, okay, slightly look like brother and sister though.
They do.
They literally do. That's a little creepy. But that's okay. I really actually think that without him, the story just wouldn't have been as good because she wouldn't have had that transition period, you know, to New York.
The fact that his mom was never brought up in the story and, like, the whole thing happened because of his mom and, like, we never got to see.
Yeah, like, we need some more. Like, I know they're never going to make a sequel to this movie. Like, this movie kind of flopped. However, I do think, like, this movie was really interesting, and I've heard it all. I've heard that this is a money grab by Disney. I've heard everything. I have heard it all. However, I really just think that this movie is so underappreciated.
Says that as you watched it for the first time yesterday.
No, I've seen it before.
You have?
Yeah, I swear to God, we watched it. Before. Like, as kids.
I don't remember that, but
You know what?
go off, I guess.
I literally feel like I have seen this before. Like, I don't know where I would have seen it before, but I've definitely seen it before, and because how did I know that Bradley Stephen Perry was going to be the one on that scene?
Because you saw his name.
No,
on
I
the
swear,
credits.
I've literally...
I don't believe you.
Okay. You know what? Everyone...
This is not a fight podcast. Let's just keep going.
Okay. So, next character, my least favorite character is Amy Lee Adams. Amber Lee Adams, not Amy Lee. Played by Cameron Goodman. She is so annoying. She's, like, Sharpay loves her, but she's such a naughty word. Like,
Honestly, she is Sharpay.
she's like the old Sharpay, which I think
Yeah.
that's, like, kind of the point they were going for. Because, like, Sharpay idolizes her, but she ends up being, like, really rude and, like,
Uses
a naughty
her.
word, and uses her to, like, as her maid, her publicist, her outfit picker, like, so much stuff. She literally
had to clean her clothes and wash her toilet.
yeah.
No.
So, not a fan of Amber Lee Adams, and she's also, like, so unappreciative of her fans. Like, she's like, invite the fan club, and then she's, like, talking about how much she hates her fans, and she gets exposed.
And she yelled at the dogs, and she hated the dogs, and she wanted to take the dogs out of the show. Even though it was literally based
About
off
the
of
dog. So, I just wish that Sharpay could have seen that she was not a nice girl. Like, here's the thing. I feel like if you really like someone or feel like you idolize them, you never know. Like, you never know their true side.
Right.
Like, she wasn't, like, willing to learn that she was, like, a bad person.
Right.
So,
She just wanted to get the part for her dog.
really, really sad about that. Really, really sad. I had something else I wanted to say, but I literally can't remember what it was about Amber. So, we're going to move on. Our next character is Bradley Stephen Perry's character, Roger Ellison, who is a rival of Sharpay in this movie. He is very annoying.
But they end up making up.
Yeah, they end up being friends, but Roger is, like, the preppy, like, kid who, like, thinks he's so cool, and he's, like, well outspoken.
He literally plotted so much against Sharpay.
He did, and, like, his dog was, like, cute, but Sharpay's was cuter.
And Sharpay's was really cute.
I think that Sharpay's dog should have been the star of the movie.
It
Hot
should have just
take.
been a
But then the dogs fell in love.
Yeah, also really weird, kind of, that the dogs fell in love.
Not really. They're besties.
Huh? Like, I guess they are. The Roger and Sharpay are definitely not. And Roger, also the vocals in that one song that they sang, it sounds so auto-tuned. Like,
Right.
Bradley Stephen Perry, boy, what was up? Like, why did you auto-tune your voice
He was
so
literally
much?
like 5.
Mm,
He had to be like 10 years old.
let's see. So right now he's 22, so he would have been like 11 or something like that.
Yeah, he would have been 11.
Yeah. This was right around the time for Good Luck Charlie, too, so he was in there.
I love Good Luck Charlie.
What do you want me to say to that?
I don't know. You know that I love Good Luck.
Yeah, I do. That is a really good show.
Did you cover it on the podcast?
I did. Episode 4 with my friend Lucy. Go check it out. Also, just finding out that he actually did not even sing in the song. Sean Mulco did. Um. Bradley, what is up?
What the heck? I'm so confused.
That's so sad. That would ruin my day. Really ruin my day. Shout out to the 2 people in my DM sitting there waiting for an answer. I'll get to you eventually. Up next is Alec Mappa, who plays Gil Sams, who's the director of the show. He literally
It was
is
so emotional.
very emotional. He's really into his work. However, he like totally was trying to like feed Amberly Adams the whole time by like just like doing whatever she wanted. And we all know, folks, that is not how we do things. That is not how we do things.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that he like would have not been in the movie.
Right.
Like, get like a better character. The character wasn't even that like amazing in the first place, in my opinion, and they could have done much better. I would also really have liked to see more of a writer character who we can go into next. Neil Roberts, played by Jack Plotnick. He was hilarious.
He was.
Like, he was always bringing up the fact how he's like the underappreciated writer, which is so cute and like so funny because you know what? I'm the underappreciated. Actually, I am underappreciated and part of this podcast, wouldn't you agree? I do all the work.
You're the only one doing that.
Yeah, you're right. So I feel like once my podcast like blows up and gets big, I should hire people.
If that is an if statement. If my podcast blows up.
It's already gotten so much bigger since the last time you were on. It's literally been like 50 episodes since you were on it. 50 episodes too short. What do you expect from me? You're my sister. Don't you guys agree that Anna's commentary is very enlightening and our little fights are hilarious?
No.
Yes.
No.
So Neil also, he made like this joke where his like hands were sweating and I thought that was really funny. So shout out to that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to that guy. Up next is Sharpay's father, Vance.
Annoying. That's all I have to say.
Annoying. He has no faith in her whatsoever, even though she's literally like famous. Like, she is the star of the show. I'm sorry, but like,
Can we talk? Well, this isn't about like the character, but can we talk about her apartment that she refurbished? I made it all
you're
pink.
Jumping the gun a little bit, but what do you have to say about the apartment?
Well, it's very my style. Pink everywhere.
I thought you liked green.
No, I like pink. Are my nails not enough for you?
Oh yes, my sister also has pink nails right now to celebrate the opportunity that she was given to be on my podcast today.
Right, but I liked her apartment after she refurbished it, and I like that she was across from her friend.
I definitely agree.
Okay, that's all I have to say.
Hey, wait, I'm thinking of the one line from the Mean Girls musical where Karen's like, "That's it."
That's it.
Okay, so back to Vance. He is so annoying. He has no faith in his daughter whatsoever. Also, there's a pink bow tie. Really love that. No, but like, why did he have no faith in her? Like, Sharpay was the star of like all the High School Musicals and stuff. So like, you think that he would like know that she would be the star? She is the moment. The moment is her.
Right.
So, Sharpay deserved better. Why does everyone hate Sharpay?
She has impeccable fashion style. Imagine her right now, like living in 2021.
That would be hilarious.
It would be awesome.
It
like
would be-
2011, her had good style. Now, like imagine her living in this.
Imagine her masks.
They would be so glittery.
Sparkly, glittery.
She would literally
whole
have
nine yards.
so many beautiful masks. I would literally want to steal them all.
I agree. Up next, we have Darby Evans, who is the mother, and she, in this movie...
She did not stick up for Sharpay whatsoever. She literally just watched her dad, like, say, "No, you can't go," and didn't say anything.
Yeah, she needs to kind of stand up, for his daughter. But, like... I feel like there's, like, nothing for her to do, because...
She could have said, "Well, honey, why can't we rethink this?" You know?
I agree. I think that the Sharpay needs some more supportive parents.
Mm-hmm.
And that they're like the toxic kind of parents too. They're like the two preppy. Like,
Right.
yikes. Sharpay, girlie, get yourself some better parents.
Right. Where was Ryan? Why wasn't Ryan
He
in this
came in at
movie?
the end though.
He did?
Yeah, did you miss that?
Yeah.
It's literally, and it also says that right here on the notes. Makes a cameo appearance at the end visiting his sister. Did you not watch it? Do we need to watch the video right now?
No, I didn't see it.
Sharpay's.
He also made an appearance in High School Musical, the series, season 1, at their first dress rehearsal after the theater burned down.
Yeah, can we also talk about how the fact, like, this is, like, in such a different universe, I think, than, like, that show. Well, obviously, they're in different universes. Because, like...
But I feel like I just needed to point that out.
In High School Musical, the musical series, they are performing.
They're
High
doing
School
Beauty and the
Musical.
Beast this season. I think they should have done a High School Musical 2.
That would have been so boring.
No! Can you imagine Seb as Sharpay singing Fabulous? Come on now.
Fabulous, that is my simple request. So, next we have the stage manager. Dude, he is useless. That's all I have to say.
Right. There's nothing else to say.
Like, some of these characters in this movie, they were either really good or really good. Wait, really
Either
good or really bad?
bad.
Who is that?
I didn't like a lot of the characters. They're not important.
So, another thing that we need to talk about this movie is how the musical, I would actually want to go see this musical.
What musical?
The musical that she's in.
Oh. Is confused.
Like, it actually looks like a good musical. So, if it ever goes to Broadway, I can choreograph it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love how she literally does not have any faith in me. This is my sister, everyone. Shout out to her. I'm going to take a quick water break, and we'll be right back. All right, everyone. We are back. Better than ever. I got some water. Anna just did some TikTok scrolling.
No, I was singing.
And broke into song.
We broke into song. What song is that? It's the song that didn't get them the part.
It's feelings like no other.
I want you to know I've never had someone that knows me like you do.
The way you do.
Okay. That's gonna sound so bad.
And also, I switched chairs. Because the other one was so uncomfortable. So I'm gonna need to get a better chair. For my podcasting setup is officially different. It's not very good. I really miss my school computer. You guys will not get that school computer quality for quite some time. So, my apologies.
A wonderful Dell.
That Dell computer audio with my Blue Yeti. Also, I've gotten so many DMs lately. I just want to clear some info up. New episodes every Friday, not every other Friday. I don't know where people got that. Also, I use the Blue Yeti 10th anniversary microphone. I got that question several times, so there you go. And I just use Zoom to record with guests. Thank you for your questions. Also, I was gonna ask people to send in some Q&A for me and my sister, but we didn't, so that's really sad. No one sent any questions in.
That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, so plot. Let's start. Sharpay Evans is performing a song at a country club where she meets casting director and famous producer Jerry Taylor, played by Matt Mastroianni, who offers her a chance to be a Broadway star.
But get to the good part.
Why do I have to? You're here too.
Well, the director really just wanted her dog.
So
that's unfortunate.
So Vance, I always keep wanting to call him Vince. The father is like, you can move to New York City, but only
For a month. So if you don't book anything, you're out.
and you go back to work at Lava Springs.
Ugh, Lava Springs.
I literally just don't understand why the dad is not supportive. I mean, that's what she wants to do. Like, me loving my podcast and everything I do, that is, like, my performing.
I don't have one of those.
You used to have a slime business. Do we want to get into that?
I don't want to get into this, but now I have nothing else to be passionate about. I'm pretty good at baking, though.
Who would like to hear a podcast that Anna does herself? Let me know in the comments. We don't have comments, but send me a DM. Do the things. Because I think Anna would be a great like a baking podcast.
You need to do a video of baking, you know.
So, Sharpay goes to New York and gets a penthouse. However, she gets kicked out. Why did she get kicked out, Anna?
Because she has a dog and dogs are not allowed.
While sitting on the street with all of her luggage, she comes across Peyton Leverett, who is a film director and the son of Sharpay's mom's friend. Super fun, and he's like, "You to stay. It's a studio apartment." And he offers her the space if she will be the subject of the film that he's working on. She accepts, but is distraught, according to Wikipedia, because she realizes that New York is not as glamorous as she believes it to be. So she decides to take her to the stage of a Broadway theater, and they try to make the best of the situation. How do they get into the theater, though?
They break in. Not really.
Sharpay is breaking into theaters while trying to get a job in a theater. That sounds like a really good idea.
Somebody let them in. Okay. Just blame it on the other person.
She also meets some of the other folks from the place who are also aspiring actors and directors. Super fun. And she's then she goes on to redo her apartment.
All pink.
Would you do that to your bedroom?
Yes, if I had the chance to. Actually, I would do like a pink bedding and like some pink accents and then have really modern look to my room.
Oh, so this has now become interior design by
Yeah,
Anna.
interior design.
So she heads to the audition. However, she finds out finally that only Boy, who is her dog, is the one that is needed, who is the best friend in the musical, which is called A Girl's Best Friend, about a girl and her dog.
A girl's best friend.
Very enlightening, very enlightening. She is discouraged, but however, with the help of Peyton, who she came across on the street and is lending the apartment to her, which she will eventually paint pink, she auditions and is caught in a tie with competitive Roger Elliston. What did we think of Roger?
He decided to be all high and mighty to like a 20-year-old. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought he had going for him, but that one was probably one of the weirder parts of the movie. Him.
Yeah.
Like, why
Him
was
being
he so competitive?
Young. Why was he so young?
Why was he trying to be so competitive?
I don't know. The world may never know. Maybe
world.
Bradley Stephen Perry is listening right now. And he's telling us. Well, because this,
Yeah, it was just, like, really weird because it was just weird. And so, his dog is her name is Countess, and is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
I wanted one of those. They're so cute.
They are very, very cute. So she actually meets Sharpay meets Amber Lee Adams, the star of the musical. She loves her.
Adores her. Even though she is a witch.
She's a wicked witch. Like, okay, here's the tea. Is there any star that you, like, really look up to that you're terrified is, like, really rude in real life?
I'm kidding. I know she's so nice.
Anna just mouthed to Taylor Swift. I think we're gonna get in a fight now.
No, okay. She, probably when she was, like, in her, like, speak now era, she was probably, like, kind of rude. I don't know. I kind of just get the vibes at some point she was rude. Like, for something.
Now.
This is now turned into a Taylor Swift podcast.
Okay, well, speaking of Speak Now, you also got your Speak Now CD today.
I got my Speak Now Live CD today. I have a whopping collection of 15 CDs now.
Wow.
I have all 9 plus Fearless Taylor's version Taylor Swift CDs.
Olivia Rodrigo's new album, and then Taylor Swift's live Speak Now.
You don't have Folklore Evermore. You just lied to the listeners. That's right, everyone. My sister hates Evermore and Folklore.
I don't hate. They're just so sad. I don't like sad music. So sad as I just bought Olivia Rodrigo's new album. What is your favorite song on it?
Oh, right, so as of right now, it's probably Good For You or Brutal.
Mine right now is Good For You or One Step Forward, Three Steps Back.
Oh,
it is so good. So good.
You know what else is good? This movie. Let's get back on track. Gil, Sam, and Neil Roberts decide that they're going to use the dogs for both rehearsals, and then she will find who is best to work with. From there, Amber goes on to fire her assistant to hire Sharpay.
And lies that she quit.
Yeah, so why did she hire Sharpay? To use her, is essentially the reason. Speaking of the Olivia Rodrigo fan club episode that's coming out, they just texted the chat, so I'm going to have to respond to them.
Insert a sour here. I don't know. I find it kind of weird when artists name an album when there isn't a song on there called that. Like Taylor Swift. Almost every CD she has, or album she has the name. Like, she doesn't have a song named Folklore, but...
Mm-hmm. She has one for Evermore. Have you ever listened to the song Evermore?
No. But it says Folklore in it, doesn't it?
No, that's Gold Rush. Folklore. Okay, back on track. She convinces Sharpay to get hired, and essentially Sharpay is using this opportunity to get Boy chosen to get her on Broadway to save her butt because her dad's being annoying. Mood.
Love that.
She also eventually becomes Amber's maid.
Oh, and cleans the toilet and
do all the stuff.
Does her laundry and breaks the washing machine because she doesn't know how to do this.
She pretends to be friends with Sharpay and uses her. What did we learn today, people? We do not trust...
We don't trust people.
Yeah, we don't trust people. Yeah, that's what I've... And also the one scene where Sharpay puts detergent in the dryer is hilarious.
It's so funny.
That whole montage scene is hilarious.
Because she doesn't know how to do dishes because she's never done... Or laundry because she's never done it in her life.
I mean, go off, I guess.
Right.
So they begin rehearsals and do rehearsals, and Boy and Countess run away together because they are madly in love. That brings Sharpay and Roger together, which ultimately helps find them their dogs. Peyton actually finds them and returns them. At the end of the day, they decide that he would rather, like, put trust in her original talents and not the way that she's selling her soul to get ahead, and so they kind of get into a fight. So Sharpay has pretty much lost everything at this point. She's a maid and all of the above for this, just to get used and abused by Amber Lee Adams.
Right.
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 Okay. So we find out that Amber is actually ultimately going to remove the dogs from the show.
Because she doesn't like the dogs. And then she gets exposed by Sharpay.
Period, queen.
She unmutes her mic, or turns her mic on.
Yeah.
Too much virtual school.
Too much virtual school. Unmute.
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 Can you unmute for me, please?
Can you unmute for me? That's hilarious. So, they decide that they are going to remove her from the show. They put chicken on her shoes.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the dogs chase after her.
Oh, that just... Oh, no.
Nasty wasty.
Oh, gross.
Then they decide, or she decides to throw a tantrum.
Like a 2-year-old.
And that shows the way that she truly acts to the audience. Very emotional. My eyes are actually watering and I don't know why.
Emotional? This is like the hero. Who is the hero? of Sharpay's fabulous adventure. Write a 5-paragraph essay with a self-reflection paragraph.
Here's the thing, everyone. I literally have not had allergies all year, and now I feel like I'm starting to feel the allergies.
The pollen count isn't even that high.
I don't know, like, all of a sudden I just feel it. This is such a vibe. This podcast is such a mess. Why does anyone listen anymore?
Right. Everyone's gonna be so concerned for us.
Yeah, they should be. They should be. Amber quits, and Sharpay is fired. But you're probably like, Matthew, and I thought they were supposed to be the star.
Matthew, I thought they were supposed to be the star.
Yeah, thank you. I could hear you guys all the way here. That's so crazy. You guys are so loud. Turn that down. However, when it's about to be canceled, Peyton decides to show the directors a video of Sharpay singing the emotional ballad from the show, which is New York's Best Kept Secret, and they decide to hire her as the lead. She only accepts the role on the condition that both Countess and Boy will be able to split the role of best friend equally. They agree, and the production is back in order, which is so exciting. And you kind of get to see a cute moment between Peyton and her, because she confides in him and is like, I'm terrified of being the star, like, this is a lot for me. And then they kiss. Finally. They have paparazzi everywhere. It's very exciting. Sharpay's parents are there.
Her dress was at the end was nice.
Yeah, her dress, loved that. And she sings a song called The Rest of My Life and is on her Broadway debut. She earned it. She worked it. She strutted that runway.
I love it for her.
I love that song too. You can only see the scene with Ryan, according to this, on Netflix and television showings. However, it is during the credits, and it is a cute little scene of them. If you guys want to see that, and if you're interested in that, highly recommend. It's a very entertaining scene, super cute, super sibling love, considering that me and Anna are siblings.
Giggles.
Why are we giggling?
I don't know, because I said I wanted to.
So, let's talk about the soundtrack really quick. Do you have a favorite from the soundtrack?
No. Obviously Fabulous. The re-inversion of Fabulous.
I really, really vibed with
The Baby remix.
The Rest of My Life. That's probably my fave.
The Baby remix. Baby.
It's so random too,
We're gonna
though.
get copyrighted.
Yeah. Like, this movie it looks so aesthetically pleasing. I just love it. We're looking through some photos right now.
There's a dress.
Just love it. Oh, I forgot to say, my favorite song is The Rest of My Life.
You just said that. You said that.
Oops.
Repeating yourself. Gosh.
I'm chugging water as we speak. Entertain the people.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I'm dying over here. I'm literally chugging water. So, what would you rate this movie out of 10?
An 8.5.
That is pretty high. That's pretty high.
8.5 because I like Sharpay.
Reasoning.
And I love dogs.
Give me a 5-paragraph essay.
No! I don't have time for that.
No, just like give me a short explanation.
Because 1, I love Sharpay. 2, I love her bedroom. 3, I love the dogs, and I love the rivalry. I can't say it right. I have a lisp, but I love the fighting that goes on, and I love her faithful companion.
I do too. I would have to give it like an 8.
You said my rating was high, and then give like the exact same rating.
I'd have to give it an 8. I really enjoyed this movie, and however, Anna did not even pick it. I picked it for her.
Yeah, because he was reading off all these really weird, like, ninja, booty, contest.
What?
Weird, really weird movies.
The only word that you said that was even mentioned in a thing, I'm pretty sure, no, contest isn't even mentioned. So you just made all of those words up.
just took whatever
However,
came
this
to
is a
mind.
movie I've wanted to cover for a while, and when I forced her back on the pod, this is what we decided to talk about.
Everyone forced me back on the podcast. Come on now.
Do you have any, like, shout-outs you want to give?
No. My besties. You know who you are.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Even if you've made it this far.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, shout out to you. You're the real one. Now my final question is, and I ask this in every single episode usually, unless it's a current decom, if this movie came out in today's era, do you think it would do as good? Do you think it would change anything? Does it hold up?
It would probably do better than it did because everyone loves High School Musical, and now, like with the new show, everyone's like, oh yeah, like High School Musical, like I loved that, and I'm like, they get back into their phase again. So I know when I started watching High School Musical, the musical series, I watched like all 3 High School Musicals, and I forced Matthew to watch them with me.
I do recall. However, you will never ever have to force me to watch High School Musical. I will do it more than voluntarily.
Don't really like the 3rd High School Musical. I only like 1 and 2.
I like my ranking is 2, 1, 3.
My ranking is 1, 2, 3. In order.
Now, if we were to throw this in the mix,
It would go High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, High School Musical 3.
I would say mine has to go.
It would just go 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 Sharpay, 1 3.
What the heck?
I really liked this. Do you guys see what I have to deal with? Now, Anna, do you have like any questions about like my life here on the pod?
No, because I deal with you every day. Oh my gosh, I'm editing a podcast. OMG, and I have a podcast at 2:00 today, so you need to lock yourself in your room and be quiet.
That is true.
I'm literally exposing you.
Let's kind of like...
If you wonder how it's so quiet, it's because I suffer for your enjoyment.
Let's talk a little bit about our summer schedule here, because I think it's comedic. So during the school year, I can record in my bedroom or wherever with my laptop. However, I do not have that luxury during the summer because I use a school laptop. So I really almost bought a actual laptop for the summer. However, I'm just going to use my home computer. I bought a webcam. It's getting really professional over here at That's Matthew, folks. However, my sister also cannot be quiet because I'm recording out in the open. And our whole house is basically like one giant room. Like there's really no... Like, the first floor and the second floor are all, like, one.
They're all, it's, like, very open.
So
the kitchen leads into the living room leads up to upstairs. Like, that's just a big...
It's just, like, one big, giant open space. So, if she were to be listening to music, watching TV...
But I need the computer this summer.
Yeah, so you can use it. You can use it while I'm transcribing this. Actually, I have to transcribe on the computer. You can use it after... Also, we're watching Shrek together this week.
Yeah, we are. We watched the first one yesterday, and we're going to watch the second one after we're done filming.
Yep, and then I also have to clean the fish tank. So, that about wraps up this episode of the pod. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
No. Okay, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at That's So Matthew, Twitter at That's So Matthew1, Facebook at facebook.com/That's So Matthew. You can also find me on TikTok at That's So Matthew. We got some fun stuff going on there. I'm trying to go TikTok famous. Get my listens up.
No.
You're ruining my vibe.
You don't want to go TikTok famous?
No. Alrighty then, let's get this going again.
Let's get this going. So you guys can also find me on YouTube. You guys can just look up That's Matthew Podcast and find all the fun stuff there. Go to my website, thatsmatthew.com, and find my merch and all the fun other goodies as well as transcriptions. Starting with last week's episode and including this week's episode to find out all of our nice captions as part of my commitment to inclusivity and accessibility. You guys can also buy my merch, which is super exciting. And make sure to tune into Summer of Stars all summer long. Fun stuff over on my Instagram. I'm going to be doing some podcast interviews there with some other fellow podcasters. Also going to be doing some good stuff with podcast seminars. And make sure to sign up for the Teen Changemakers Conference. That is a special conference hosted the week of July 25th through the 30th, which I will be speaking on the 30th at Session B with some of my friends, especially who you guys might know, Gabby and Julia from Seriously Not Serious Podcast.
And make sure to sign up for the emails.
Yeah, sign up for the emails. My sister gets them. She loves them.
All my friends get the emails.
Yeah. Only hot people get the emails.
Right.
So if you want to be hot, sign up for the emails. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. I'll see you guys all again soon. Bye.